Alright, hello. Welcome back everybody to the stream. As always, I'm just going to make sure the audio is working properly. Sounds like we are good to go, which is awesome. But yeah, welcome back everybody. We're starting an Elden Ring playthrough. I was really debating if I should start this so soon, but honestly, yeah, yes. So it was either between this or Dark Souls 3. And I'll be honest, as much as I love Dark Souls, I need something like I will play Dark Souls 3 after this, but I need something a little bit more uplifting, I guess. Because Dark Souls 3 is a very dark and depressing game when you compare it to, like, Dark Souls 1. And, like, not to spoil things too much, but it almost feels like everything you did in Dark Souls 1 didn't matter whatsoever, regardless of what you chose. And that's cool and dandy, but I do need a little bit of more lighter fantasy in my games. I will say I don't think the story in Elden Ring is as good as Dark Souls, but it is definitely just as, if not more, intricate. Anyways, I'm yapping too much about shit that doesn't matter. I think also it's a good time to get into Elden Ring because I'm going to be playing Elden Ring Night Rain here in, what does that come out in, like a week? A little over a week. So, yeah. And it's been a minute. Honestly, like, Elden Ring has been... I know most people don't give a shit about this, but Elden Ring is just the game that has gotten me into this entire FromSoft series. Without this game, I don't know if I'd ever be playing any FromSoft games. But, I mean, I probably would, but this was my first introduction into the series. And it was a phenomenal introduction, and I remember trying to convince my buddies to get into this game, and it was just amazing, because I was looking for a game that was like Berserk. I was a huge, I mean, I still am, huge fan of Berserk. Blah, blah, blah. I wanted a game that was like Berserk, a good Berserk game. And then I saw that this game was coming out like a week after I started searching about it. Like, oh, what's a good Berserk game? I kept seeing Dark Souls this, Dark Souls that. And then I saw that this game was coming out, like, not much longer from when I started searching that, and then I was like, I'll wait on it. And, oh my god, it's so good. It was so fun. I have so many good memories. I've spent so many hours. You know, this game popped off. I really think this, you know, after I convinced my buddies, it was like, I think almost everybody I know has played Elden Ring. This game really took the mainstream by storm, which is great. It really put them on the map. I wouldn't say put them on the map, but it definitely got a lot of people invested into FromSoft's games, which most people were kind of ignoring beforehand. Anyways, regardless, I'm going to try to play this somewhat as like a walkthrough, but also just trying to play it, I guess, just to have some fun with it. So, not going to be 100% or anything like that. And I'm not going to say everything that I do will be, you know, the best choice. But regardless, first off, for those of you who are new to this series, if you're looking at this as a walkthrough, these are all of the characters that you could start with. Almost every FromSoft game has something like this. You could click triangle, and it'll show the attributes right off the bat. I've personally played pretty much every single one of these characters, or every one of these base characters. I really enjoy playing as Wretch, but I would not recommend that to a new player. I see we got a chat on YouTube from Purple Jean. Welcome in with what's up? Not much, just starting that Elden Ring playthrough. Just got done with Dark Souls 1, and I'm just going right into it, diving right into Elden Ring. I will say it is slightly important, but like, you're not going to pick a class here that will completely ruin your game. But I will say, to kind of make it easier, let's see here. Yeah, this is more like an overall. Vagabond is one of my favorite classes to start off with. Warrior, let's see. Warrior is a more dex-based build, it looks like, if you're looking for more dexterity in your builds. Let's start off with that. Got Hero. Definitely looking like a more strength-based character. Bandit. What is Bandit? Arcane? Like a lot of Arcane and Dex. I don't know. The first one I ever started off with was this one, the Samurai. Cool little class. Definitely was not good for what I went for, though. Like, I started leaning into strength heavy. But at the same time, you can lean into strength. I don't know. Every one of these... I love all these base characters, but I will say either Vagabond... If you're new, it's probably a good idea to start with Vagabond, unless you're looking for a mage type of build. But I never get too crazy with mages in these games. Not a magic fan. I mean, it's pretty good, though. Magic is insane in this game. There's a lot of cool things with it. Start with Stishy. Yeah, there's quite a bit you could do here. Very, very detailed compared to the others. Let's see. Crazy stuff do I have here? I've got all sorts of characters here. I tried to remake Quelaag in the Dark Souls series. I was trying to go with Patches. I don't know who this was. This one was for a TikTok. The Honey Bun Defender. I don't know what this was. Okay, this was definitely Walter. This is Mike from Breaking Bad. Raiden, obviously. I think this was supposed to be Thorfinn. Classic Guts build. You gotta have a Guts build in this game, of course. Ooh, I remember this. I was trying to go for Gehrman from Bloodborne. Anyways, let's go with Guts. Let's go with Guts. I've got to go with Guts. Got to start off great, because this, my first character ever in any FromSoft game, which was obviously on Elden Ring, was Guts. And let's go with it. Let's go with Guts. Keepsakes. I mean, you guys can kind of mess around with whatever. I'm not really going to do too much, but there's a serious amount of detail you can put into these characters. Keepsakes. I would recommend either the Golden Seed or the Stone Sword Key. Rest of these are kind of not that great. Some of them are straight up waste, like this one. Unless you want to, like, I don't know. You can get all of these items, by the way, in-game, but I would say either a Stone Sword Key or a Golden Seed. I'm going to start off with a Golden Seed. And yeah, let's just finish that off.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
This might be a little bit different because I have the DLC for this.
And in the night of the Black Knives,
Not sure.
Godwyn the Golden
This is similar to the base intro.
was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
All right. So yeah, this is the start of Elden Ring right here. You are tarnished. Pretty similar to being undead in the previous games that I was playing, like Dark Souls. But there is no humanity mechanic or anything like that. Unfortunately, they removed all that, and they took out covenants. Anyways, come over here and get the wizened finger. You can leave messages with this. See, we got another Twitch chat, it looks like. Oh no, it was on you. No, it was on Twitch. The goods! We've got a dung eater. The loathsome dung eater. How's it going? Starting my my Elden Ring playthrough / walkthrough. Gosh, I remember the first time I ever played this game, opening up those doors, looking out here, I'm like, dude, holy shit. This game is gonna be fucking awesome. And on top of that, too, like, hello, Berserk reference, huge Berserk reference right there. That had me, like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love this game right off the bat. Got the, I forgot what it's called in Berserk, but the tree that is created when Guts fights, what is it, Ganishka? Anyways, regardless, I also learned what troll messages are right here. First time I ever stepped out here, I read a message, I'm like, oh, treasure chest, jumping attack required? I jumped down and I died. And that's where I figured out that people like to fuck with you on this game. Gooning currently. Jesus, I love it. Almost done with DS3. Oh, dude, I was just talking about how I just finished Dark Souls 1 remastered, and I wanted to get into Dark Souls 3 because I haven't, and I played a little bit of it, but I was like, oh man, like, knowing the lore of Dark Souls 1 and then going into Dark Souls 3, it's kind of a really fucking depressing game, which I definitely will be playing Dark Souls 3. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna go through the whole FromSoft library, but I wanted something that was a little bit more lighter for a plot, and Elden Ring definitely has, I don't know, it feels more like light fantasy rather than dark fantasy. But anyways, it looks like I'm fat rolling here. You can use the touchpad, open up your map. Oh, that's why. Got the halberd on. Take that off. There we go. There's a lot of cool things with this game. A lot of things that they implemented from other games, and some of them are kind of new. Let's see. Is there an item back here? I don't think so. Doesn't really matter. We can come back here later on in the game. You gonna get that Elden Ring Night Rain goods? That's another reason why I'm playing this. I'm excited for Elden Ring Night Rain. Comes out in like a week. I can't wait to play it. Definitely gonna be streaming that as well. Yeah, there's gonna be a boss here. Not really worth fighting. You can kill him. I think you get his sword and shield. And then if you do win, you go through that fog wall, and then you go grab an item and you die. I'm not gonna sit here and try to fight him. Maybe good practice, though. But as you can see, you don't have much time to fight him. Also, our horse here. Just gave me huge Princess Mononoke vibes.
Don't worry, Torrent.
Reminds me a lot of
Fortune is on his side.
yeah, cool.
We found him here, after all.
I don't know, there's a lot of different references to different fantasy genres in this game. That's why I really like it. No, I think it's a PS5 thing? Dude, what? That's so buns.
One of his kind is sure to see.
Why wouldn't they put it on
the
PS4?
Elden Ring.
I mean, I guess I kind of understand. PS4 is like outdated now, but
Even if it does violate
still,
Golden Order.
you could probably get it to run on there. You gonna fight the horse, though? Oh, should I? I don't think I'm gonna win. It's been a minute since I played Elden Ring. I could try it. I will say, though, if there's people that are watching this as a walkthrough, once I get to this horse thing, I'll point it out. You're not gonna want to fight it. Alright, so we get the flasks. One is for heals, one's for your magic. Got the Cave of Knowledge over here. Got a little spirit guy we can talk to here. If you want to, you can come down here and go into this tutorial area. I'm gonna just do a quick run through here, kind of trying to get all the bases here. I normally skip past this area though. Kind of teaches you the basics of the game. No, you a Souls player first try? We'll see. I might be able to get it my first try. Alright. Little backstab thing. That's something I'm gonna have to get used to from playing these older Dark Souls games. I'm not gonna be able to. I don't think I can do that in this game. Oh, maybe I can. I kinda can. I can kinda do the circle around backstab on these enemies. But these are just fodder enemies. Got guarding. Dodging. The little backstep. Really cool about this game too. It's kind of like a mix of, oh yeah, they also have the jump. Dude, It feels so weird to be able to jump with the X button after playing all those old school Souls games. But yeah, this game has a dedicated jump button, which is very nice. Row of fruit, you can use that for your horse. Yeah, this game kind of implements a lot of different FromSoft play styles. You can switch your hands. Kind of forgot. I think you can do it on your left hand too. Yep. I could dual wield my shield if I so pleased, or I could switch it around. Power stance, I could dual wield. There's all sorts of different things. One thing I want to kind of point out here too in this game is if you hold L1 and you get attacked. Is this guy not going to attack me? Alright. Oh, there he goes. Felt that was lost playing DS3 without a jump button. Yeah, I would say DS3 does a better job at the jumping mechanic than DS1 does. DS1 requires you to sprint and then jump, and I guess Dark Souls 3 does as well, but I think Dark Souls 3, I think they put it on the L3, I want to say. Maybe? I might be getting it mixed up with a different Souls-like game, though. But regardless, I am kind of glad that they decided to... Yep, you can use your right joystick here. Switch targets. But yeah, I'm glad that they gave a dedicated jump button in this game. That's what I wanted to show off. If you are guarding and you click L1 to guard, you can do that with any weapon, by the way. Or most weapons, like this. This guy's going to shoot bows, arrows at me. So I won't be able to show it off here, but... Dude, it's so weird. It's like... Clicking up and R2. I'm so used to jumping attacks being that. Alright. I can parry. Hold on, hold on. I got this. Hold on, hold on. I got used to that Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 1 parry window. Gotta get back into the more modern games here. Well, that was just way off time. What are you doing, dude? Swing at me. Maybe I can't parry him. I don't know. Okay. Just a back shot. Yep, there we go. So, yeah, they have similar things to, like, Sekiro, where, like, you can kind of break stance in this game. You can get, like, I don't know what they call them in this game. Essentially, repose, where, you do enough damage, they'll break their stance, and then you can... Similar to, like, a backstab. They also have these, like, special abilities for weapons. Like, if you two-hand this weapon, I have the square-off ability with L2, and then I can usually activate it with R2. Kind of like an Ash of War. Could get pretty intricate with that ability. A lot of different weapons. Got crouching, we can crouch up, give him a little back shot. Here we go. R1 near a back turn enemy. It's a critical hit. That was not a critical hit at all. It's the poise. Stance breaking. Oh yeah, here it is. This is what I was talking about. Oh yeah, you can do it with jump attacks as well. And you just come up, click R1. It's pretty cool stuff. This is all really basic though. Stakes of Marika. It's kind of like, I I don't know why this game gives you a fucking shitload of campfires or bonfires or sites of grace compared to any other game, but these are kind of like respawn points. You can't use them like a bonfire, but I don't know. They're kind of nice. And now for the hardest boss in the game. This guy's no joke. Soldier of Godric. Guard counters. Yep, I already kind of talked about that. You have no idea the amount of practice that I've put into this game to be able to fight that guy. He is absolutely insane. Nice, the hardest boss. Yes, he is the hardest boss. Soldier of Godric. Do not underestimate him. And then if you do the tutorial, you get a little emote up here. Emotes are... how do you... okay, yeah, down here. All sorts of stuff. There are a insane amount of emotes. Anyways, you can jump down, and this will lead right back to where we were. Yeah, just go out the doors. Bonfire right here. This is kind of like the stone sword key things. Looks like this one needs 2, I think. You can examine it. I don't want to use any of my stone sword keys. I don't think I have any anyways, but got a nice little item in there for arcane users. The Dragon Communion Seal. Pretty solid. Anyways, though, don't forget to pick this up before you leave. It'll help you summon in NPCs and also summon in other players that are, you know, like real players if you so wish. I was typing that as you said it. Great minds think alike. Alright, now time for the true challenge. I will say too, this game kind of ruined every other game for me. Not in the series, but just like in general. When I think of open world, this is what I expect now. I don't expect anything less. I remember when I first opened this door up and I was looking around, I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel the open world vibe, but, you know, I thought like, you know, that castle way out there, we don't go to that, or, you know, these little islands, that thing, that tree, like, it's insane. Almost everything, I would say 99% of everything you can see in the distance in this game, you can get to and you can scale. Like, look at that giant ass fucking castle. That is our first, like, area you can go to. It's awesome. I don't know. I was so excited to play this game for the first time. Anyways, touch grace. And then walk up to this guy here. Guidance of grace. Yep. It'll kind of point you in the right direction. A lot of tutorial shit here. Holy cow. I don't remember all this in the first part of the... when I first played it, but I think they probably added quite a bit. As you can see, it kind of points you to go that way. If you ever get lost and you don't want to look up a guide or anything, these sites of grace will kind of push you into the right direction. Anyways, talk to this guy.
Oh, yes.
R.A. or whatever.
Tarnished, are we?
Ah, you maidenless piece of shit.
Queen for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however,
Maiden.
maidenless.
No maidens.
Guidance. Without the strength of runes and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Just exhaust his dialogue.
Luckily for you, however, me. Are you familiar? You may also that.
This guy's a yapper, so I'm just gonna go through all this.
Castle, the hope. It's a castle if you. It's a castle if you see.
First mistake of the game I ever made was trying to fight this guy. This guy has a huge quest line. Absolutely huge. you can unlock a really awesome area for you pretty early that gives you a really good area to farm souls if you want to choose that way. It was a mindfuck the first time playing. Yeah, dude, this game just... like I said, it has ruined every other open world game for me. Because this is exactly, when I envisioned a perfect open world game, this was it. And, you know, they just don't make games like this very often. It's a real treat. Anyways, we got the horse over there. I will say, before I fight him, to avoid that guy, it's kind of the first skill check in the game. Kind of teaches you, you know, maybe you're not supposed to fight everything you can see right away. And what's kind of cool about this game, too, is it's very... Obviously, it's an open world game, so... You can kind of go almost wherever you want, whenever you want. It's not like the other FromSoft games where it's a little bit more linear. And then, yeah, they also have the fast travel thing right off the bat. So, no DS1, you know, getting the Lord Vessel stuff here. Got flasks. Add charge to a flask if you picked the golden seed for your starter item. You can allocate flask charges. I always like to keep more health than magic, or FP. And even if you're not a mage user, you will want to have at least one of these blue ones. Because it is what... so essentially like this. The square off thing with the L2 and R2. You look in the top left corner, you can see the blue bar is going down. So even if you're not a mage user, you'll still use some of that FP stuff for different types of abilities on your weapons, which are called Ashes of War in this game. Shout out FromSoft. My best record is 13 minutes on his ass. 13 minutes? I bet I could get him in that. Autism High Austish from Slugcat on YouTube. Welcome in. How's it going? Alright. The real question here is, do I fight this guy with my sword, or do I dare use the halberd? Give me a heavy load though, regardless. I do like the range and the animation stab on this. Before we do that though, pick up a smithing stone. You can strengthen weapons with smithing stones. That's your upgrade materials. You can use the smithing table right here, but I wouldn't recommend using this right now. You can actually unlock an area pretty quickly later on that brings you to the round table hold. This is this Kale, I think?
You're tarnished, but I can also see that you're not off. Then I am Kale.
Yep. First things I would buy from him right off the bat, get a crafting kit for sure. You also get these cookbooks. They help you expand your crafting abilities, and you can craft more stuff. The torch is kind of cool, but it takes up one hand, so you're better off getting a lantern later on from a different merchant. Crackpots are nice, but yeah, nothing too crazy. Oh, my cat is trying to barge in. He's trying to barge in the door. I can hear him right now. Let's switch to a sword, yeah. Let's use the sword. Talismans. I will say Kale is a really cool character. It is a huge bummer though. This guy's got so much cut content from a questline that was originally... They were planning on putting in the game, and then they never did. It, in my opinion, really gives a much better reason. My cat is on roids or something. How are you opening doors like that, dude? Barging in here. It's crazy. Anyways, Kale's a really cool NPC. He's kind of a lot less important now in this base game, but in original concepts and ideas, he had a much bigger role in this game and kind of pushed you, gave you motivation to go down a certain ending in the game, which was the Frenzied Flame ending. The voice acting and files and all of that have been kind of replicated by data miners and stuff, so if you're ever interested, take a look at that. I highly recommend it. Super cool NPC that is now relegated to just kind of a boring merchant. I still like Kali, but he was a hell of a lot more cooler in the cut content. Anyways, time to fight this guy. I would not recommend this. See, he's a little aggroed onto me. Overworld bosses will kind of do this little jingle too. You can see kind of a little cue that a boss is starting to notice you. You could try to run in here, try to play it safe, but it will break down the whole church. Yep, he's a madman. What is that? I have never, ever seen him do that. I'm trying to remember his moveset. Oh, it feels so nice to move and heal at the same time. Locked in. What? Oh, forgot he does a shield bash. Oh, he's gonna start doing that a lot, isn't he? Oh! I'm cooked. Might be cooked, chat. Oh, I rolled. I rolled. What are you talking about? Oh, man, that AoE. I got him down to half health. I bet I could get him. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? I hit him and he was mad at me for a long time and it made me sad. I never knew he could break the building. Oh yeah, he will demolish this church. Pretty cool. It took me a while before I figured that out though. Let's look at YouTube here. 13 vitality, 12 endurance, 34 strength. That's not fucked at all, man. To be honest with you, I would say the only thing I would kind of prioritize is your endurance. Vitality is important, but it is not as important as some people, like, you saw my Dark Souls playthrough. I focused on endurance hard. But vitality is definitely important too, but I always like more, if I have the option, I'm taking endurance over health, like, any day. Endurance will keep you alive, health will keep you from dying from a hit, but, like, at the end of the day, I'd rather have an extra roll. Look at this guy. Look at his aura. I just gotta watch out for his shield bashes, that's all. Oh, I rolled. What are you talking about? Oh! Roll catch. Oh. I was baited. Too greedy. I think he does start getting a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, I'm turning off the camera lock on for a second. Oh. Why the fuck are we fighting in the bushes, man? I can't see anything. Ooh. Yep, now he's getting mad. He's got me. Damn it. I think I remember fighting this guy as a wretch and dual handling that club weapon. Oh, alright, sorry. Legend of Zelda Beef? First playthrough. This is not my first playthrough. But, regardless, I've played this game way too much that I care to admit. I've got a lot of hours on this game. Hello from Alfred. I died so many times with this guy. Isn't this the first boss? What the fuck? Why is he so fast and tanky and hit like a truck? So this is like this is not a mandatory boss at all. But I do like the challenge. I'm probably not going to keep fighting him if I can't beat him in the next couple tries, but I would say this is like the first skill check for players starting this game. They're like, oh yeah, let me go fight this guy. It kind of teaches you that, you know, there's going to be a lot of times where you run into something that is a little bit too difficult for you, and maybe you should just wait on it. That's kind of the whole emphasis of the open world aspect of this game. But, Elden God, easy game. You know, I gotta agree, people do say this game is harder, and I understand that it's harder, but it's also easier. And I don't know, I think this game is much easier with the movement and the controls and all you have so much freedom in how to take on an enemy or a boss compared to other Souls games that you didn't really have as much freedom of movement and all that. What is my cat getting into? No. The ability to roll is key. Rip ain't no way he does. Close one. Rotate right. Skill check. Definitely easier than Div Souls. Alright. Stop trying to chew on the fucking cords every time I'm playing these games. Alright. This guy thinks I'm scared of him. I'm the boss. What are you talking about? Oh, jeez. That's a rookie mistake right there. Dude, what the fuck? Why are you following it up with that? Right, let me back it up a little bit here. Dude, I fucking perfectly rolled. What are you talking about? I kind of keep forgetting you could jump at this game. I've been playing too many OG Souls games. Look at that damage with a jump attack. Hold on. Oh! That shield bash is what gets me. I don't remember that. I don't remember him doing that attack that much. Damn, that's just got a couple more frames than I'm used to. That shield bash is really choking me up. Oh, and he caught me. Skill issue. Put your other flasks into and try it again. Smash or pass. Blythe. Blythe? Blythe? How do I spell the name of this stupid puppy boy? Smash? Blythe. I don't know. I'm more of a dung eater man myself. You see him with his mask off? Just parry him, shaking my head. Oh hey, that reminds me. Is it impossible to parry a shield bash in DS1? Or have I just missed the timing 100 times? What shield... What are you trying to parry, I guess? You can narrow down specifically what you're trying to parry. There's a lot of things you can parry in DS1. That's honestly, like... When I went back to play DS1 and I came back to this game, I was all about parrying. I feel like Dark Souls 1's parrying is a lot more, you get a lot more opportunity. Also, I would recommend picking up these little Erd flowers. They're pretty much at every grace in the game. Always make sure you're grabbing those. I'm gonna give this one more shot before I continue, but I just want to try it one more time. Actually, hold on. Yeah, what am I doing? Put more flasks into health. Hollow warriors, when they bonk you with the shield. Must not have had that happen to me too much. But I will say you can parry pretty much any attack from a hollow in Dark Souls 1. Now, I think actually undoubtedly every single attack a hollow does, you can parry it. And they're pretty easy to parry. But it is probably a little difficult at first when you're trying to figure it out. Alright. Could try fighting this guy on my horse too, but I feel like that's a much worse idea. There's no fucking way I got hit by that. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I am definitely... This is a bad run right here. Oh, my souls. I forgot to grab that. Excuse me. Let me retrieve my runes here. right into his attack. That was really dumb. And I did it again. I don't know. It's kind of hard coming back from playing Dark Souls games and then getting back into Elden Ring, getting used to all the... Like, I should be using a lot more jumping attacks, but, you know, I'm so used to not having the ability to jump. But anyways... Pick up these flowers. Always good to have a lot of these. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, there it is. Oh, nice little smithing stone. You can do a jumping attack in Dark Souls, what do you mean? Yeah, but it's not the same. Like, you can't actually jump high. Like look at the jumping right here, and compare that to Dark Souls. Like, first off, this is a dedicated jumping button, whereas Dark Souls jumping is like half that, and I don't know, it's kind of wonky. But there is still jumping in Dark Souls, sure, but it's much more viable to use it in this game. I don't know. Try to parry this guy, hold on. Nope. Dude, what the fuck? There we go, there's a parry. Finally, my first parry of the game. If this was Dark Souls 1, I would have had like 100 parries under my belt already. Got another statue right here. Yeah, I would say the first thing you want to do, get your horse. Get an invitation to the round table hold. Dude, what is with this weird lighting pop-in shit? What is going on? I don't know if anybody else is noticing that. That's kind of weird. Anyways, rest here. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm gonna run over here, grab the map. There's two items. There's the like a flail light here. Maybe it's on the other side. I don't know. Regardless, I don't really care for those weapons or items. But I do care for this. It unlocks a chunk of the map. What build you plan on? Playing on the Vagabond right now, but I plan on doing a kind of more strength-based build. It's just, strength builds always call to me in these games. I've tried different builds throughout the series on all these games, especially this one, but I just love strength builds so much.
Traveler
Just big bonk,
from beyond
no
the
think,
fog.
just swing sword.
I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
But I parry this guy, hold on, takes 5 consecutive hits.
Have you heard of the finger maidens?
Hey, you have to remember, I'm coming from Dark Souls 1, so I'm used to...
2 fingers.
I feel like Dark Souls 1 pairing was a lot more lenient than this game.
The Tarnished.
I definitely got used to that.
But you, I am afraid,
I'm a little
are
rusty.
maidenless. I can play the role of maiden. Turning
I'll get good at
wounds into
parrying maybe,
strength.
I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter.
In your search for the Elden Ring.
You always
Will
do?
only take me with
Hey,
you
hey, I've gotta be a strength build.
to the foot of the
I've got the
Erdtree.
guts character. I've got my guts build. Alright, I don't know what she's yapping about. Just
Then
click
it's settled.
accept.
Summon me by grace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I bequeath to you this ring.
Bequeath to you this ring. So
Use
yeah,
it. It will
use
summon
that ring
torrents
to call
from
your
timber.
horse. Blah blah blah. Yep. Okay, wow. They really did have they added a lot of tutorial stuff I don't remember in this game before. Anyways, if you hit the touchpad, you can see we have unlocked this little chunk of the world from picking up that that map. You can find map fragments. Let's see here. Guess there isn't really any on the sides yet. But we'll probably go over here soon to grab another map fragment, but you will see... Yeah, there's nothing. But it's like a little brown, like, stick in the road. You'll see it. Usually kind of what, how you figure out where to go to grab a map fragment. Anyways, I prefer to put the Spectral Steed whistle on pouch D-pad to the right. Then, since it's nighttime, I actually am gonna fast travel back to the church here. See if I can do this right away. Yep.
This way,
Awesome, she's
Tarnished.
here.
May I have a word?
So if you don't get this to happen, just rest here. You can rest at the site of grace and then just turn it to nighttime. This is Ronnie. Don't attack her. Talk to her. Well, I guess you can attack her. I think she still gives you the item, but just don't do it.
A pleasure to
It's not a
meet
good
you,
idea.
Tarnished. I am the witch Rena.
Oh, sorry, this is
Told
Rena.
of a
Sorry,
Tarnished
my
hurting
bad.
about atop
You're both the same
a
fucking
precious
person.
steed. And upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth the spectral
Triple
steed
wielding
in
daggers
torment.
when? I don't know. I never did a dagger. Well, I have done dagger builds, but they're so small. It's so hard. You have to be up close and personal the whole time. Same. There's a day-night cycle. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot with this game. It's just insane amount. Anyways, tell her that you can call the Spectral Steed.
As I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee,
And a cord.
by Torrent's former master.
Margit time. Oh, Margit's coming. He's gonna get it.
'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. I doubt we shall again meet. How long will it be before the Tarnished tire?
Alright, she's yapping about some lore stuff. Slight foreshadowing. You can meet her later on in the game. There's a huge quest line. Anyways. Go into here. I've kinda got a sneeze. She gives you the lone wolf ashes. They're really not that great, but there's something for now. You can basically, so I guess for the pouch, by the way, point out that in order to access the pouch, you have to hold down triangle in-game, and then it'll open up your pouch, and then you can click D-pad in whatever direction you'd like. I can't summon them in right now because I'm not in a boss fight, and I'm not in an area where I can summon things. You can usually see where you can summon things, or summon ghosts, or whatever. Like right here. That's what I'm talking. If you look on the left side of the screen, you can see like this little glowing tombstone thing. I should be able to summon these in here now. Usually you're only able to use them in boss fights. And it's probably because I'm really close to that boss over there that I can summon these guys in. Kind of cool. But you can also upgrade them. Make them stronger, make them better. All that stuff. Got to go bye-bye, Daddy. Interesting. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. See you on the next stream. Alright. There's a couple different things we can do here. The first thing I will say is to... You can kind of go wherever. There's a lot of different things you can do, like I said. But I will say the first thing that's kind of important is getting the round table hold. And to get access to that, you need to fight Margit at least once. Fight horse. Oh, don't you worry. That horse will be fought very soon. Golden seed right here. Make sure you pick this up. It's very important. You don't want to leave that behind. You can also kind of see golden seeds are usually next to these golden glowing trees. So anytime you see one of those, run up to it and pick up the seed. Since we're on horse, we can kind of just run past all these. Click L3 to dismount off your horse right away. Rest at the site of grace. Can add charges to our flask. Oh, wait a minute. I think it... What is that down here? Oh, I can talk to Melina here? Whatever. There's an item up here we can pick up, and there's also an NPC in the shack. Stone sword key. I have ran past this girl so many times, and I never knew how she ended up in the round table hold until one day I went in here and noticed that she was here.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spell, it's quite a lark when you think.
The sitting sideways emote, just exhaust all of her dialogue.
Well, that may. But I don't have your cover. It's scary, you know, having your arms. I want to be like everyone else. I'm nothing but a craven. Can you take?
She will give you the spirit jellyfish ashes. These are a little bit better than the ones that you have.
Someone braver than myself, and it'll be glad.
I think they're pretty tanky too. I think they.
Tell them I love. I'm finally getting. It will. Tell them I love. I'm finally getting the hang of this.
I think this this spirit ash is a lot more tanky, if I remember right. Take a lot of hits. Melina has to say. I didn't even know you could talk to her right here.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Earth Tree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden. Upon the cliff, in Castle Storm, a demigod. If the rays of grace signal in the Elden Ring as an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring. Upon the cliff, a demigod. If the rays in the Elden as an
Just foreshadowing that there's a boss coming up ahead. You can either get there on foot, or you can run over there with a horse. Also, one thing that Elden Ring kind of introduced was, I'll just show this off quick. Damn, I can't even parry that guy, really? Damn, I got some skill issues bad here, holy shit. What is with that leg, bro? Oh, I missed a backstab. I've never seen so much frame drops in this game before. What is going on? Yeah, let me use these potions, the health flasks, just to kind of show my point here. Oh, I guess the game will spell it out for me. But yeah, if you defeat large groups of enemies, you will get health flask back. So, kind of neat. Also, these little crimson bugs, you'll see these all over the place. The crimson beetles. Whetstone knife. Oh shit, I forgot to grab that. I'll have to grab that back down there in a second. Yeah, this gives us that Ash of War Wild Strikes. It's whatever. The whetstone knife is back at the last site of grace that we were at. Oh, I can't even look at it because enemies are being aggroed to me, but the one before the shack. That's where we unlocked the ability to use the horse. It is down in one of the, like, underneath the little dilapidated structure that they have over there. Which I'll have to grab that. There's numerous amounts of different whetstone knives. The first one you pick up in this area isn't really that great, but it's a base, like kind of like a basic thing you start off with. Okay, I know this for a fact. I'll point this out right away too. So if you did what I told you to buy the crafting kit, which you should have, you can open it up. You can craft fur calling finger remedies. These are how you summon in NPCs. This is also how you summon in other players that are like real. There's always this little mage guy. I kind of forgot his name. What the hell is it? Rajir. Otherwise, you can examine this as well. Something I didn't learn until later on in the game. Oh, I can't even use multiplayer. That's weird. I must not have logged in. Oh, I have it set on play offline. That's why. Oops. Maybe play online? I should keep it like that. Well, I'll probably have to like back out to sign in anyways, but to prove, or just to go over this thing, if you use a fur calling finger remedy and you don't have any passwords set in the password section, you'll be able to see summon signs from other players, kind of all over the world. Summon signs that people use for, let's see, where's that item at? This one right here, the golden effigy. Sends a, I mean, that's what it says right there. Sends a co-op sign to summoning pools that essentially puts your summon sign in multiple different areas that are high traffic. So this is like, say I was, I don't know, say let's, like I was back at the last camp, I keep calling it fucking bonfires and campfires, the site of grace, and I used one of those golden effigies. It'll put your name into other people's worlds to be summoned in right here. So it's pretty cool. Really helps with the whole open world aspect. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense, but it didn't make sense to me for a while when I first started the game. Anyways, enough yapping. Summon in the sorcerer here, if you so wish. You have to if you don't want to. But I will. Show him off here.
Foul Tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring.
Foul
Emboldened
Tarnished.
by the flame of ambition.
This guy kicked my ass the first time I ever played this game. But I'm very glad that this was my first ever FromSoft boss. Like a true boss. Because this guy feels like he learns your... It almost feels like he learns your attack methods and then like... I don't know. It feels like a back and forth. Like you're learning his and then he bounces off you. It's super cool. I love it. but I feel like they kind of nerfed him in some of the updates. Anyways, I'm not really trying to kill him exactly right now. I could try. Probably not going to happen, but I've definitely done it before, though. This guy's got a lot of different attacks that he'll pull out of his ass. I think the best thing is if you're a strength build, like me, just do a lot of jumping R2s. Gotta watch out for that tail whip attack as well. Once he gets to his second phase, ooh, right there, right there. Get a post on him. Awesome stance break. Okay, he has killed our mage, and I'm probably up next to die. I know it's probably hard, but this boss will punish you if you panic roll. So don't just spam rolls forever. Make your rolls very deliberate and precise. That's my best advice. He also has a lot of delayed attacks that kind of, they're meant to trip you up. I want to try to get him into the second phase before I die. There it is. He's got that big-ass hammer. That thing will fuck you up. He also starts to do a little bit more damage in this fight, in this phase of the fight. When he does that jumping hammer attack, make sure you really wait on it, because it is a huge delayed attack. Oh, yep. And he got me. That's okay. I'm not really trying to fight him exactly right now. I would also recommend, if you're new to the series, you're not really meant to, I mean, you could definitely fight him and beat him right now. It'll probably be very difficult for a new player, though. Anyways, if you die, rest here. Lania should pop up. Yep, she is.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to see whether or not grace truly does guide you, and whether you are fit to face the challenge that entails. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of Tarnished champions. Very well. Let my hand rest upon.
So yeah, just accept this invitation to the Round Table Hold. This is essentially like your own little hub world, I guess you could say. So there's a lot of different things here. A lot of different things. I guess I will focus on this real quick. I will say this is like the arena area. You probably can't do anything. Yeah, no Coliseum rules available for selection. So in order for you to unlock this, you have to go around and open up Coliseums. I think there's 3 main Coliseums in the game. And this is essentially like your PvP oriented type of online play type of stuff. They're pretty fun, and it can really help figure out like what's the meta in the games and PvP. This is different from Invasion. This is different from throwing down a dueling sign. This is different from like co-op. This is just strictly an arena that you are set in with 1 or more players, with Spirit Ashes or without them. It can get pretty intricate. It's pretty fun. I've spent a lot of time in there with my buddies. Say, if you're trying to change your character's appearance, you can run over to this mirror here. Apply cosmetics. You can change the appearance at any time. Not really that important for me right now. This girl will give you a hug and a debuff. Not really worth it. We got Hugh over here. This guy is your blacksmith for right now. Upgrade your weapons.
Your new face, no matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Yeah. You can do the Ashes of War thing, which I still need to go back and get the whetstone knife for. Kind of copy Ashes of War right here. The Ashes of War duplication. This is where you can apply different Ashes of War to your weapons and your armor, or shields and all that, bows, whatever. Primary thing is the strength and armament. This is how you'll upgrade your weapons to get them stronger so they do more damage. Also, if you're interested in the lore about this guy, you can ask him about the chains on his legs. I'll just do that. I'll skip through that though.
No, well, no grudge my being beside, despite my sides here.
Also sell stuff to him. I wouldn't recommend really selling any of this stuff right now. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, selling is not really worth it in this game. It depends though. There's some things that are so useless that you might as well sell them, but you'll never get a lot of runes for anything. Like selling an Ash of War for 300 runes is absolutely insane. Selling an upgrade material for 100 runes is, it's just, don't do it. If you're looking for runes, you can always go out and collect them. Which, by the way, I guess I haven't really talked about that, but runes in this game, if you're familiar with any other Souls game, these are souls. In the bottom right hand corner, if you click the triangle button, I have 0 because I died to Margit, and my souls, or my runes, are trapped in that room right now. Got this guy over here. We'll drop you an emote. He's also somebody you have to fight later on, depending on how you play your game and what item you collect. He also drops some neat little armor and some weapons. So have these ladies over here. I offer a bell bearing. You're not going to have any right now, but these drop from bosses and drop from merchants. Essentially, like, if you want to make it more convenient for yourself, I wouldn't recommend it unless you know that you're not going to affect any sort of quest lines or you don't want the merchant in your world anymore. You can kill some merchants, they'll drop bell bearings, you can put them, you can offer it to these ladies, and then you can purchase all the stuff that they offered in this hub world. Kind of makes it a little bit more convenient for you, but overall, primarily, you'll want to offer bell bearings from bosses, which will give you the ability to buy unlimited different upgrade materials. There's rune arcs. This is something that you won't really want to worry about right now, but later on when we equip some grape runes from fighting bosses, those are pretty important. You also get those from co-op summons, so if you help somebody else out in their world with a boss and you survive, you'll get a rune arc. Kind of buffs you, gives you all these different advantages. White Cipher Ring, the Blue Cipher Ring are essentially more online items. White Cipher Ring is if you're invaded, you'll get the aid of a hunter, which is somebody else in their world. It's essentially this Blue Cipher Ring. I'll start with that actually, to make it less confusing. This, if you wear this, or if you have it active, you will help people in their other worlds. You'll be summoned in whenever they're invaded, and your entire job is to protect the host from the invader by killing the invader. Alternatively, if you're the victim of an invasion, this will kind of like be a beacon of hope for you, I guess. This will call out to people that have the Blue Cipher Ring on in their world, and then they'll come in and they'll protect you. There's also these little trinkets down here. Take on the appearance of Host of Fingers. This helps sometimes. It depends on the context. If you're an invader, you can kind of look like a host. Not a lot of people will fall for this. You could also have this thing which will take on the appearance of a cooperator. Because when you're an invader, you'll be red. When you're a cooperator, you'll be yellow. Or no. When you're a host, you'll be yellow. I don't remember. These games change up their colors all the time, but regardless, you get the point. You can also be summoned in... There's two different types of invasions in this game. There's the traditional, like, bloody finger invasions, or the limited, or, like, the consumable invasions. There's also the, I'm forgetting the name of it, but it starts with an R. But essentially, if you go in as a traditional invader, you kill the host. But if you go in as a secondary invader, you have two goals. One is to kill the host. The other one is you are able to damage the other invader. So you can either team up with the invader, or you can kill him and kill the host. It's all up to you. It's all pretty fun. But it's definitely not as intricate as the older FromSoft games with the covenants and stuff, but they tried to have that, but it's a little bit more streamlined now, less complicated. I wouldn't jump down there, but we can, maybe. Yeah, I don't have any souls to really lose. Fuck it. I'll jump down here. There'll be an invasion down here, a NPC invasion. I would start off immediately running up here. Let him do his thing, at least the first time. He'll drop you a emote. Okay, he was ready for it, but once you get that emote, you don't have to worry about waiting. Next time he does that, if I die, you just run up behind him and give him a good backstab. Yeah. Kind of proves my point right there. It's kind of difficult, and he will probably kill you right away, but from what I remember, he drops a Taunter's Tongue, which is another online type of item. I like using Taunter's Tongues. It makes it so you can be invaded while you're a solo player. I don't know, it kind of makes the game a little bit more fun for me. It kind of brings back the old days of Dark Souls 1 being a human, or Dark Souls 3 being embered. Because in this game, you can't, like, there is no human aspect to it. You're not becoming human, you're not going hollow, nothing like that, so... right now, you're essentially, like, I don't really know what's with these frame drops, but they're really bugging me. I don't ever remember these in this game, but I'm starting to notice it a lot. But yeah, you will never get invaded unless you have somebody co-oping with you. And even then, your chances are low. If it does happen, you're probably, unless the invader is twinking, you're probably going to kick their ass. Invaders usually have a huge disadvantage in this game. But yeah. Let's go get the whetstone knife quick. Should be down here by the gate front. You don't have to fight any of these enemies for all this, actually. You could just kind of run past. I believe the whetstone knife is over here. Out here. Open up the door. Should be in here. It'll give you an Ash of War and the whetstone knife. That'll help you apply some Ashes of War to your weapon. But later on, you'll get better upgrades to the whetstone knife, different areas. Let's see. I guess it's kind of hard to really say for sure where to go, because it's kind of all up to you. You can kind of go wherever you want in this game. I do know where I want to go first, though, and that is towards Caelid to pick up the Gut Sword. Not going to be able to use it right away, but I want that sword. It's a very good, very solid strength-based weapon. And it kind of, I can also kind of show off how you don't really need to fight Margit right now. I mean, I do believe he is a mandatory boss fight, but I might be wrong on that. But, no, actually, I don't think Margit is. Oh, I'm pretty sure he is. I don't know. Regardless, there's a lot of bosses in this game, and a lot of them feel like they're important, and they are, but they're not mandatory. The one thing I've noticed. It took me a while to notice in this game. But let's say you're having a hell of a time with Margit, and you want to explore more of the world. Let's see here. I think it's up this way. You'll kind of go through Go wrong turn. Here it is. Yeah, you go this way. So instead of going through the front gate, take a little detour here. It's a little old crone here, you can talk to her. Let's see your fingers.
I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. Oh, bless you. Head to the foundation of gold, tarnished. Traverse Rhea Lucaria, glintstone eventide, and reunite the half-crescents at the grand lift. Oh, but the bridge is collapsed and cannot be crossed. Only storm.
Yeah, she's a yapper.
Curse you.
So yeah, I wouldn't recommend hitting her, but I just think it's kind of funny. You'll see a lot of those sprinkled throughout the game. So yeah, the bridge is out, but that doesn't stop us. Actually go down here. Use torrent, actually. This is kind of a little detour, and it puts you on the backside of Stormvale, which is where you would end up once you defeat all the bosses in this castle, and move on to the next portion of the game. Or you can go this way. It'll just kind of get you to the next area right away. I see some chats here. Hit the teleport chest or hit the third church, or you can go around. Oh yeah, there's a lot of different ways to kind of move around the map in this game. There's a lot of, I forgot, there's chests that'll teleport you as well. So yeah, there will be a race right here. Touch that. Yeah. If you want to, you can continue on. Let me see. There it is. That's what I was talking about before. This is a map fragment. You can place a waypoint if you want. You don't have to. But I just kind of want to point out that is a map fragment. So if you're ever in this brown terrain and you're like, dude, I don't know what I'm looking at, that's because you don't have the map fragment. And that's the only thing that'll really show up is where to get the map fragment, which is right there, obviously. I'm not going to go further than this right now, because I don't really want to. I want to do some other things first. You can if you want, though. But I would recommend kind of sticking in this area. Because Rhea, Lucaria, and that whole the Runia of the Lakes, it's an awesome spot, but you're probably going to have a hard time. If you're having difficulty in Stormvale and this kind of beginner area, it's not going to be too much easier for you over there. Actually, what am I doing? Oh, I can't teleport because I have aggro on me from the wolves. There we go. I want to go to the Stormhill Shack. That screen is pretty ironic because that's exactly what I'm going to do right now, is go free Alexander. I'm going to open up a Coliseum, also show you guys where to get the dueling sign, the duelist summoning sign, and make my way towards Caelid, get that gut sword. This is not looking familiar to me at all. No, wrong way. Lower, I think. Kill the jar. That is a sin. Maidenless behavior. Killing Alexander the Great. You can kill him. I will say you can kill this NPC. He will drop you a very nerfed version of what you can get much later on in the game once you complete his questline. Alright. There's a Ash of War guy in here. If you rest here and come back during the nighttime, there's actually a secret little boss. Two secret bosses over here, actually.
Name's Bernard. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold despite the
Yes, you're a tough.
Takes me back. Any interest? All I know. Now's the time.
Yeah, he's got a couple different Ashes of War. Nothing too crazy, but some of them are not too bad. I think that's all he really sells.
Not floating. Well, there's...
If that guy is not there, though, I do believe he ends up in a different area. Later on in the game, once you familiarize yourself, he'll end up in Volcano Manor. This little area over here was my first farming souls method. When I first got this game, just ran around, would rest at that bonfire, and then I'd come around hitting all these giants. There's a little item in here. All you have to do is aggro the giants and make them attack it. Up and grab it, maybe? There you go. Got the smithing stones. You can fight these guys if you want. Not really necessary. Kill the jar. It must be done 10 versus 15%. Yeah, I think it's what drops from Alexander if you kill him here is not the greatest. Damn, dude, damn. Oh, you ran over here fast. Unfortunately, triangle to rest. You are no longer a threat. Got a bunch of these Erd flowers. There's always a lot of these sitting around camp or sites of grace. There's two areas. I want to point out this one right away first. This is a Colosseum area, kind of what I pointed out before in the round table hold. More of a online type of thing. But regardless, even if you don't want to do that, I recommend coming over here. There'll be an NPC invasion, and you can get an item. Front door. It'll force you off your horse, of course. That kind of happens no matter what if you're invaded. But run up here, grab this item quick. This will give you the Duelist Furled Finger. That's like more, so instead of invading a world, you're kind of like putting yourself out there to fight against somebody one-on-one. These were a lot more popular before Colosseums were a thing in this game. I mean, these Colosseums were always here, but it wasn't until a update like a couple of years ago where it was actually like you could fight in arenas with people. So you might not have the best of luck using a duelist sign, but people still do it once in a while. So there's two ways to fight this guy. You can fight him normally, or you can cheese him. He's not that hard to fight, and it's kind of tricky, but if you find a rock ledge over here, oh. Well, they might have patched it. I don't blame them if they did. But you used to be able, I think it was right here. He would be aggroed and you could come sit right here. You would just roll off the side of the edge. If you're having a hell of a time fighting him, you just fall off and die. Give you all the stuff that you need. Get out of here. But looks like they might have patched that method because he was sent back to his world before he even got close to me over there. Let's try fighting him normally. Probably not gonna do the best. Oh. Oh, he doesn't come back at all. Might have to actually rest at the bonfire again. Or the fucking bonfire. I keep thinking I'm... Y'all know what I mean. Yeah, it's Sights of Grace. Okay, let's go back to the War Master's shack and try it again. What is with this game? There is something very broken with it right now. Audio's like cutting out. There's frame drops that I've never seen before. I mean, this is all nitpicky bullshit, but still. It wasn't like this before. Alright, let's see if I can fight him. No upgrades, no nothing. That's kind of like his main attack you want to watch out for. If you're close to him and he kind of like holds his hammer up, just kind of back off him. That lava will kind of slow you down and it'll do kind of like chip damage to you. And stagger him with a jumping R2. Looks like you can also cancel his lava animation. Take her slow. Exactly. Kind of want to take this guy slow right now. I'm not, Oh, actually, never mind. My R2 has just staggered this guy. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, overall he's not that tough, but new players, and on top of that, especially without any upgrades, he might be a little tough for you. Drops you the Hammer Talisman, which isn't going to be useful for me, I don't think, but enhances stamina reducing attacks against blockers. Kinda useful, but you won't see me using it too much. Anyways, I tend to get a little lost here. I'm gonna go back to the War Master's shack, and I think I'm gonna move more to the left. No, it's the right. Right. Take a hard right and go straight. An enemy camp. There'll be a dog over here. The dogs are fucking insane. A couple of items sitting around here. I think there's a crafting recipe somewhere. One of these tents, maybe? Thought there was at least. Oof. Oh, thank God. It wasn't a dog. I thought it might have been a dog. Nope, nope, let me out. Dogs are crazy, man. They're crazy. Anyways, just run down here. Better than nothing. Hit the third church. Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he's up here.
I'm stuck.
We'll be hitting that third church in just a moment.
Anyone?
Alright, so this is a pretty cool NPC called Alexander. Got a very long quest line that basically goes to the end of the game.
Can you hear me?
Anyways, talk to him.
My stars! I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear. and I'll pop clean out. Don't dally. No, there's no need to fret. Give it your all,
Alright. So essentially just give him a good R2. You pop him right out. This guy's pretty cool too. He'll fight with you in a big ass boss fight. Dude, Radahn's boss fight. Man, I love that fight. Anyways, he'll be one of the many NPCs that'll help you in this kind of like huge scale battle later on in the game. And he also, like I said, he's got a cool quest line, and he drops a really nice item. What is that? Talisman, I think that's called in this game. Yeah, he drops a really nice talisman for you later on.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this. Once again, the pleasure is mine. I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid, and upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle. I'd heard whispers, doesn't the notion...
Yeah, a bunch of lore drops.
Redmane Castle. I've heard there's...
Kill the jar. The Scale of Alexander. It's called Shard of Alexander. I can't kill the jar. Okay, I will say you can kill him right here, right now, if you'd want. If you really want to. I wouldn't recommend it. But he will drop that Shard of Alexander, but it's not the same talisman that you'll get at the end of the game. I mean, it's something, but is it really worth killing a good friend? I don't think so. Yeah, you get that shard from him later on in the game, and it's much better because throughout the game he's kind of like in lore. He's just a jar bro that likes to fight. Likes to fight with you. Likes to fight the biggest challenges. He gets stronger with each passing battle, but then he starts cracking, and you know, list goes on and on. It's a long story. Anyways, there should be a grace down here. Also a pumpkin head. There's a chance for the pumpkin head to drop a pumpkin helmet. I'm not going to fight him just yet because before I go into Caelid, I want to go back down to somewhere over here. Go to the gate front. Might be. Kill it again, New Game Plus. You can do his quest. I'll do it. I'll kill him again in New Game Plus. It is like the equivalent of killing Solaire in Dark Souls 1. You cannot convince me ever to kill that creature. No one can. Oh wait, we got a... Chamber lies under the rent. Oh, okay, this is a message left from the developers. This is not where I want to go, actually. Where the fuck is it? Okay, it's over here. It's kind of weird looking at the map that's not all filled out. Well, there is an NPC over here. Well, name was Bach, but fuck is it? Everything looks so weird to me without the map. I'm so used to having the map unlocked and everything. I wouldn't get too close to this lake here. I mean, especially once you get close to that bonfire or that fire thing over there. As you can see, you can summon in creatures and shit here. There's a good reason for that. It's because there's a giant dragon that is waiting to just demolish you. We will go down that path in just a second here as well. A lot of different NPCs you'll encounter that way. primarily Patches, which is a reoccurring character in all these FromSoft games. And Patches is not as much of an asshole in this game as he is in other FromSoft games. We'll give him that. I'll toss him a bone there. Should be a bonfire somewhere around here. Is it? Really sure where this grace is at. It's not sticking out to me, but I swear there's a grace over here. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm definitely going the wrong way to get in this forest. Well, not the wrong way, but kind of the longer way. Just primarily because I wanted to get that grace. But, yeah. Keep running along here. Eventually you'll start to see a path divot down towards the right. There'll be another grace. And that's how we will end up the third church of Marika. There's also another NPC over here in the woods called Blythe. He is also part of a lengthy quest line. And there's another NPC down here too. I can't remember his name though. Just grab the grace. I'm gonna rest here because I can't remember if this game automatically spawns you at the most recent one that you were by. I know Dark Souls 1 doesn't do that, so I'm gonna be safe. Let's hit this NPC first. Go down to the third church.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no, the help is very much appreciated, even from a Tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful young Tarnished. I want you to unite.
So yeah, this guy's a yapper. He doesn't really like you because you're tarnished.
What are you waiting for? My fort lies to the south. Oh, I see. Fret not. The great guest celebrations will be lavish.
So, he has a... Once we get the map fragment, he has a fort somewhere down here. He kind of wants you to go in and take over. I will say, there's a decent Ash of War in there. Definitely go very well with my Gut Sword. Which is the Lion's Claw. But to get it, you have to fight a pretty tough enemy. At least... Ouch. You make for jumping on my face and clawing me. It's like the 5th fucking time you've done that, man. That's super cool of you. Yeah, anyways, I wouldn't go in there just yet. kind of pretty early to be going in there and fighting that lion. Mick, how are you doing? That is jumping all over the place. Is you get a sacred tier that upgrades the amount of health you get back from your healing flasks, your FP flasks. You get the wondrous physique. Wondrous physique. Whatever. It is an item that you can mix at these bonfires. I don't really have anything crazy right now for it, but increase amount, yes. Go to mix wondrous physique. We'll lay over there. Stores half of total HP and mixed. So this is all you're gonna have right now. You might as well have it kind of act as like a little healing thing for right now. You can totally change that up. My cat is going crazy. Why are you trying to jump on my computer, man? Goofy bastard. But yeah, right now it'll work as a slight heal thing. My cat, very, very nosy right now. Anyways, it will act as a healing, kind of like a half healing thing for us right now. But later on, you can add all sorts of different things in it. From like giving yourself infinite magic or infinite FP for a short amount of time to something even crazier as turning yourself into a literal bomb. All sorts of goofy shit. But anyways, we're gonna run into Mistwoods here, and Mistwoods is not really a safe area. Quite the opposite. There's a lot of bears in here, and there's a lot of rune bears. So you're gonna want to watch out for both, but especially rune bears. Chase you on your horse. You probably won't be able to. There's a regular bear. Bats. Too worried about getting aggroed by them. I don't want to get aggroed by a rune bear right now. There is a rune bear right. That'll give you this fragment over here. Stuff, cool stuff. You can grab this item if you're very carefully crouching over there without aggroing this guy. But chances are you probably will aggro him, and you're probably gonna die. Okay, the other thing that I might as well do while I'm here is gotta find Blythe. He is gonna be over to the right here. There. You fight a dancing lion to get it. Yeah, the dancing lion will fuck you up. At least at this stage. Game. I've definitely done it before. So yeah, once you hear that howling, that's a good sign. You look up there, you can see Blythe. I also see my cats standing right in front of my TV monitor. So yeah, Blythe's up there howling. Can't really do anything about it right now. But the important part is to just make sure that you're here and you hear him howl. Hi, Mick. Goofy kitty. Alright, yeah, Blythe's there. What you can do is go back to Kale here and talk to him about the howling that you're hearing here. Give you an emote.
Wait. Well, you're back. The howl of a wolf, I suppose he must... I know. Next time you hear the wolf, don't fret. I just have an ink. Goodbye for now.
So yeah, he'll give you that emote, which you have to go into the gestures. Mick, that's enough. Hold on. Cat privileges must be revoked. You are trying to destroy my capture cord, and I've already dealt with this once. Just 1 second. All right. My cat has a huge fascination for my my capture card cord, and those of you who have been watching, at least on my YouTube, I know the Twitch people on Twitch probably haven't noticed this, probably because there is no content, but at least on my YouTube I kind of showed off what happened, that whole situation. I had to wait for a replacement cord because my cat chewed it all up. I'm not about to do that again, because it arrived and I had a porch pirate come and steal it, and then I had to wait even longer for it to come, so I'm not dealing with that shit again. Anyways, we'll go back to Mistwood eventually, but for now, I kind of want to show off the other NPCs here real quick. I think you can kind of see it's very easy to get lost in many different things in this game, which is kind of what makes it so great, in my opinion. I love games where it's like, oh man, I could just get lost doing this and that, and before you know it, you're like, oh shit, I forgot to do this way back when. So yeah, there's a lot of content in this game, a lot of quest lines. Yeah. Hopefully this still works. I don't know if this was intended, and I guess I'll find out here if they patched it out or if they changed it, but if you come in from this side, you'll get invaded right away, and you'll have a hunter come and help you. They're both NPCs, the invader and the hunter, but we'll talk with the NPC in just a bit here. Gotta make sure to avoid that guy. I would just say run over here. Try to just keep your distance from him. He does have a gnarly Ash of War that can cause bleed damage. Bleed is, even with all the nerfs to it to this point in this this game, bleed is still a pretty gnarly build up in this. So that right there, if you get hit by that too many times, you'll get a bleed build up. It'll just destroy your health bar. Oh, where is the hunter? Oh my god. Any day now, man. Where the fuck is that hunter at? There he is. Finally.
It isn't Nereus. The bloody finger. The end is nigh. For you. And your cessblood.
Alright. And now with that, we can kind of tag team this guy. Never mind, the mosquitoes are gonna fucking come in and stop my hunter from helping me. Ooh! That was a waste of a second heal. Oh, fuck, this guy heals too, I forgot. Alright, with that he'll drop his knife. Duvia. If I remember right, this is more of a arcane and dex type of weapon. Yeah. Well, I guess I could use it right now if I had 13 arcane. Not a bad weapon. Pretty decent for a starter weapon. You want to upgrade yourself to get that. It's not a... as you can see, it's a pretty damaging weapon when it comes to bleed. We'll run into that cave here in just a second, but before we do that, go up the river just a little bit. We can talk with Yura here. This guy's got a lengthy quest line as well. Very important that you talk with him.
Just joining the fray. Tarnished. Well, you fought Nereus and survived. That alone deserves commendation. I'm Yura, hunter of bloody fingers, tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots, who stalk their own. You stay the path. You're certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk. Don't let your emotions stay your blade. One last word of warning. Stay clear of Agil Lake. A great dragon root, and it's as fearsome as its own. Stay clear of the... Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again. Be on your... Perhaps we will meet again.
Alright, so... this is an NPC that you can kill, and he will drop his katana. It's one of the better katanas in the game. I'm just talking primarily like base weapon. It doesn't have... it's not like any sort of like Rivers of Blood or Moonlight katanas, which if you're new to this game, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but those two were pretty solid weapons. I think they still kind of are, but they definitely got nerfed, especially Rivers of Blood. That shit was insanely OP in PvP for the longest time. You can kill him here for his weapon. I wouldn't recommend it though. But it is up to you. Kinda want his sword. It's a longer reaching katana than the traditional one that you start the game with the other class. Anyways, run in here. Level ourselves up here. I'm gonna start putting it right into strength right off the bat. Strength and endurance. That's what I'm really gonna focus on. Kind of stay to the right here. Not that right. There we go. Be some enemies. Don't even worry about them. Reverse the boss fog. Come and open up the chest.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming cunning little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin. All of it.
Oh! Wow, that is the first time I've ever died to Patches. I have never seen him do that move before. Okay, Patches. Not very nice of you. Essentially, there's a couple different things you can do in this boss fight. You can keep fighting him and kill him. Do not do that. You keep fighting him and eventually he'll give up. And then I think you can get a couple different emotes from him as well, depending on how you react to them. Dude, what is going on with you? They like give him a buff or something?
Wait, please. I surrender. White flag and all. Well, finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true.
That grovel for mercy animation is important. Somewhat. Not really that important, but I think you can get another animation from him if you fight him again and then you use it.
Well, what do you know? You're tarnished, like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such. An innocent mistake, I assure you. Well, water under the bridge. Now we're squared up. How about we play nice from now on?
I'm trying to remember. There is definitely some nuance with this, but I usually just forgive and forget, but some things can't be forgiven will also lead to some other outcomes.
A true man of reason. Just what I like about you. I'm Patches. Patches the untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. They're paying for my gruel in exchange for my... But honestly, frankly, so I'll be ready to... Don't forget to pop back. I'll be ready to wheel and...
Not entirely sure if you fight him now or if you fight him later when he opens up his shop, but probably not going to do it. But when you fight him, you can do the grovel for mercy. He turns into a boss fight again, but when you use that emote, he'll be like, oh, you're giving up. And then I think you get an additional emote. Anyways, use this to return to the entrance. And yeah. I will eventually make my way down there, but I want to get the gut sword first and then go down there. I think there's the bastard sword and the claymore. Two solid strength weapons to start with. Go back to the Saints Bridge. And make my way through the shithole that is Caelid. Let me see how much damage I do to this guy. Alright, alright. Will I get lucky? No, I got a fucking sanctuary stone. Alright. Would have loved to rock a pumpkin head. I'll get the chance later on. There's a merchant over here. can talk to him if you want. He sells some decent stuff. Not gonna waste time with it though. There's another NPC somewhere over here, I believe. Yep, I see him.
There's no mistake, is there? Death has left its mark once again. Ah, a Tarnished, are you? I'm known as D. I hunt, heed the village here, and worse yet, if you the turn back. Turn back.
Tragic? Oh, tragic from the Patch's death? Yeah, anyways, that guy, he'll show up in the round table hold later. Essentially, you get Death Root from fighting Mariners, which is what we're about to encounter up ahead. There's a Grace somewhere. Oh. I don't know where the fuck it is. Anyways, yeah, you fight these Mariners, you offer him Death Root. But actually, I take that back. You don't offer him Death Root. You offer the Beast Death Root. He just kind of talks to you about it. Oh, there's that Grace. So that over there is a Mariner. Really one of the easier ones in the game, but I still wouldn't mess with it. But there is something nice to get over here. If I can find it. Just gotta find where those turtles are. There they are. Run into this right away. This area down here. Why is it locked? Oh. Yes, use the stone sword keys. I guess just the one. And this will have the turtle talisman. I think the DLC offered a upgraded version of this talisman, but for now, we're going to start with this. Essentially helps a lot with stamina recovery. And you guys know me. It's on my DS1 playthrough. I was all about stamina recovery. I think most people that play these games are. If you focus on health or anything else, it's I mean, I understand, but I am such a endurance guy. I love having more endurance, and being able to recover my endurance faster is a lifesaver in these games. If you want, there's an NPC invasion over here. Get too close to that church. There's also a little upgrade in there. Got some Hill of Swords, Berserk references possibly, I don't know, but definitely was for me. Plus this whole area kind of just screams the Eclipse from Berserk, so. You're funny, you would need the turtle talisman. Of course, man. I love that endurance. It's great. Anyways, run past these guys. You don't actually have to come here at all right now. To be honest, this is just me kind of trying to grab something very special. And also, I'm probably going to die doing it. There is a Grace over there. What is the method? Yeah, drop down right here. Stay crouched. There's a good chance you're going to get aggroed by these enemies, but try to stay crouched anyways. And there's a good chance you'll also die. It's just dogs and these crows will annihilate him. Yep. Oh, God! Oh, fuck! Jump scare city over here. Said, no, fuck you. Fuck your chest. Alright, gentlemen. I will make my leave. These are devils. devilish creatures. But I will not stop. Hello. Oh, I cannot rest here. There we go. Alright. Give these guys a wide berth here. There it is. Glorious Guts Greatsword. I will not be able to use it yet, but oh yeah. This thing is fucking amazing. Love it. But of course, I've got to use a Guts Greatsword for a Guts playthrough on Elden Ring. Speedrun. Yeah, it definitely is a speedrun for sure. Jesus Christ! Get the fuck away from me. Alright, I'm just gonna rest here. Oh yeah, look at that thing, just trying to get a nibble out of me. Got a Judge Waka. Hey, baby. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Let's see here. There's a lot of shit to do. Holy cow. I don't even know where to begin. I think I'm gonna go and get the Claymore and the Bastard Sword, though. This isn't really, like, necessary. You don't have to come and grab this stuff, but, I'm going to. Also, later on in Blythe's questline, actually a pretty solid dex weapon up here. Can't remember the name of it. Some sort of fang sword, something. I don't know, but it carried me through my first playthrough. Not the entire game, but we'll end up here later. Where is the Spirit Spring? Alright, there it is. Jump down here and just trust the horse. You won't die. It's as simple as that. Crossbow guy's gonna fuck me up though. Does it every time. Juke him. Fine, I made it. Another stone sword key in the collection. NPC over here. Kind of forgot what her name was.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment? My name is Irina.
It's a bend our ear.
To the south, the servants there. But I swear, my good father decided the servants have since come for. I fear it's least. Would you mind taking a letter? My soul wishes.
Got definitely a yapper here.
Then please deliver it to my father.
Ah, the soiled cumrag. Alright, exhaust all of that. Of that dialogue. Your way down here. Look at that, a little beetle. Get him. Alright, the most useless Ash of War in this game. Alright, it might not be the most useless one, but I've never used it. That Site of Grace. There's a merchant right there. Nice little map fragment. Oh, and I missed it. Okay, that was really close. Got this giant golem guy shooting shit at you. He's pretty easy to avoid though. Alright, this area kinda sucks ass, I'm not gonna lie. I fucking hate these dogs. Hate all of these creatures here. But, I already fucked it up actually. Yeah, definitely am going the wrong way. Wait, no I'm not. But, I guess be prepared to die here. I think dogs cannot climb ladders. Yep, I've gone the wrong way. Over there. Oh, actually, no, I went the right way. Claymore or Bastard Sword, one of the two should be in here. Claymore, awesome. I don't remember where the Bastard Sword is at, but that's fine. I'll take the Claymore. Can't go wrong with the Claymore, except that I need 16 strength to use. That's okay, because I can dual wield it. That'll be my strength weapon for now. Kind of ironic how that works out. I spent the first half of my DS1 and my Dark Souls 1 playthrough using a Claymore. Alright, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And I'll go here. And holy shit, I have been streaming for 2.5 hours. I need to get the fuck out of here. But yeah, huge ass game, not gonna lie. I was debating if I should even start streaming this, but here we are. But yeah, I'll definitely be playing more of this. Gosh, I gotta finish a lot of different. So I gotta start my Blasphemous. Gotta finish my Blasphemous playthrough as well. But anyways, thanks everybody for tuning on into the stream. If you're watching on Twitch, check out the YouTube. If you're on YouTube, check out the Twitch. The pop-ups are in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And yeah, thank you guys for the support, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good night.